So just for reference, this room is right off the back of the house. Here's my little lighting so you have a better way to see. My couch is here and we look over the lake out the back. And over to the left is the dining room and the bedroom and another bedroom here. But we're going to focus on this today. I found the mantle itself on Facebook Marketplace for $50 and I hauled it in my old little truck. It is not in perfect condition, but I love it because I can hammer nails into it. It's not a perfect piece. It's very tall and very wide. It comes up almost to my shoulders, really. And in this area, at the top behind all the thrifted mirrors, my husband covered the TV with barn doors, but we don't have kids at home that use this TV anymore, so it's covered most of the time with the stacked mirrors. Most of these I have thrifted off of Facebook Marketplace, but this sweet little one, my grandfather handcrafted, which I absolutely love. In front of the mantle, I have put a mirror, and then in front of the mirror, I have put an old window. Right there you can see. So for fall this year, I added a lot of color for me because normally I'm very neutral. I had thrifted all of these hats over the years and thought how fun to make I don't know, styling out of the hats basically. And then I added one to the chair. My neighbor was kind enough to donate this chair to me when she moved, and I have just put a couple of pillows on here, and I wanted this color, so I just took a shirt and tied it around. That's basically all I did. On this side here, I have a trunk that I probably didn't pay more than $10 for at the thrift store. I painted it white and used rub and buff for the gold buckles. And this sweet little bin I bought from a friend, and I just adorned it with the numbers 1876 because I thought it would be cute. The other side has something else so I can use it for both. And really everything in my home is filled with decor inside here, inside the trunk, inside the mantle. As you can see, the mantle is really quite wide. It's probably close to, I would say 20 inches deep. And if you look a little closer, I just have nails in here. That's how I string the garland. Obviously everybody's not going to use nails, but there's many things you can find on the market now that will not ruin your mantle. And I have just hooked fishing wire onto a lot of this, and then quickly I weaved it through. Over on this corner, I have lots of stacked books. I started with my grandfather in England giving me many vintage books. Well, they were my mom's, and my dad gifted them to me. Over in the corner there, I thrifted these from the rummage sale, and I've just added some yarn ribbon, felt yarn ribbon, to add a cute little bows. And then these are just a little stack of picnic baskets that I found over time, thrifting or at Goodwill. The big trunk underneath I have painted plum. It's hard to see back here, but I change it over the season. It literally takes half an hour to cover it in chalk paint with a different color. And then again, my little tiny suitcases I use to fill with flowers. I love to stack things. So here I've got the pumpkin stacked on top of a book. At the back of the wall, my husband has put shiplap there, and in some rooms he has used shiplap, and in other rooms beadboard. Like at the top here is shiplap, but over here is beadboard. We found the vintage door on Marketplace, and then I can't remember if it was Etsy or somewhere else where we found the door handle. And between the two rooms, I found the architectural salvage post in Asheville a couple of summers ago, and I had my husband cut it in half so it can go on both sides. And there's a little peek into the dining room. The other door we found, and again, fixed it up, added a doorknob. Basically over here, I have more suitcases, more books. I always have an Antique Candle Co. candle burning. This one is Autumn Woods. They all have the most lovely scents. And really, I just found different florals that I had in the home already in different colors. I put them in bins, and I had these sweet little pieces. And then I've added some eucalyptus down there. And over here, a little bit of sticks. These are just a bunch, just basically placed in there. And this is filled with books as well, going across. I'm always using books because they come in so many different colors. You can see back here I have my green books hidden. A stack of magazines. But it's always fun to layer the books because they can add such character and charm. Some of these books were just found in my neighbor's bin. He threw out probably 100 books like this, and I just tore the front and sides. You just can find things absolutely anywhere. Add a sweet candle to add to some charm, and I've just added a little bit of whatever has fallen off something else to add a little detail, just like here. So this is my, I don't know, the end of my living room. The other end is completely different with scary Halloween and crows. It's a very long, skinny room. So another day I will show you the whole entire other side. But for now, this is what this looks like. And that leads out to the pool where my daughter is holding on to 4 dogs currently. She's here visiting and has her dogs and my dogs.